We will now begin our post-game press conference with head coach Whiteman, and we will open up for questions.
Is that your first home win of the season? Tell me about that. And 1,400 kids.
Yeah, exciting. Obviously to get a home win, and to do it in front of our community, and I'm excited for that. So hopefully that can start to trend upward, and we win home games. You know, we have a big one with Eastern Washington coming up. And yeah, I'm grateful. In if I zoom out for that, right? And we doubled our win total from last year. We're trending upward. So let's, build it from the ground up. Here we go.
That's 2 wins in a row again. You know about 2-game win streaks.
Yeah, let's get it to 3.
What did you like out of the team today, just performance-wise?
Of the other team? Yeah, I thought their coach did a great job preparing them. I thought they had great energy to come in, and obviously it's awesome when you're competing at like a higher level. You have to be amped up for it, and I thought their kids were ready to go, and they competed for 40 minutes. So credit to their coach. I thought they did a good job of slowing the pace down, right, in zoning, and we had talked about that with our team. But credit to them for playing extremely hard for 40 minutes.
Yeah. What did they bring out of your team?
Yeah, I thought.
Energy.
Yeah, I thought our team has to be sharper, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. You have to go hard every possession. You're trying to win every possession, right? You're going all out on defense. You're making the extra pass on offense, and you're going to sacrifice for your teammates. We have to continue to get better in that. I'm glad we won 2 of the 4 quarters. That's important to us. We always want to win 3 out of 4. I thought at Seattle we did a good job winning 4 out of 4 quarters. And so a positive, we forced 33 turnovers. A big part of our identity has to be pressing and creating easy offense from our defense. So we've got to continue to work on that and improve. But I'm glad we started to defend better in the second half. The first half, obviously, me and that was hard to watch. So we've got to be better. But good to get the home win and get that off kind of our back, and ideally continue to protect home.
And East Bay might have been a chance for you to get a few more players to get some playing time today. What do you see when you get a chance to do that?
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to get Tiana in. I think that she can defend at a high level, and so just getting her game experience, jumping up from junior college, it is a big jump, and I thought that DJ, she's jumped from junior college, and she got to play almost 21 minutes tonight. I would have liked to get some more people in if there would have been a comfortable lead, but Aaliyah stepped up too. Like, she started, and she came from an NAIA, right? And so she's been a spark, and we need her to continue to do that. So it was nice to get some of those guys in.
I think I did see some energy from some of your players that, like you say, not only the ones that got a chance to play a little bit more today, but there was definitely some energy and some quickness and speed out there. You got to see what do you need to keep building on? You're going to take this win, go back to practice. What are you going to be preaching?
Yeah, I'm going to keep preaching to tag up. As soon as we score, and the numbers were low today, but we score, you have to tag up. You find your man and you get on them and pressure them. Yeah. That has to be ingrained in us. So we're going to keep harping on that every single day. We have to get out in transition, and we need to get paint touches, play off 2 feet, and if we're open, shoot it. If not, spray the ball. We want high-quality shots. We want open layups or open threes. We don't want anything that's contested. That would be a 5 for me out of 10, and we go off a shot chart that's 9s and 7s. A 9 out of 10 would be an open layup. A 7 is your shot. I only want to see 9s and 7s. I hate 5s. Losing teams shoot 5s. And so shot selection, right, sharing the ball, and then getting really aggressive. Can you create chaos on defense?
You talked about the turnovers that they had. You were able to capitalize, it looked like 29-9 on scoring on turnovers. So
yeah,
obviously able to make something happen.
Yeah, I think you make some more layups, and it might be 40. But yeah, I'm optimistic, but I'm a realist, and we've got to be better, And so these guys have to have a good couple of days of practice to compete with Eastern Washington, and so.
Tell me more about Eastern Washington and what kind of challenge they pose for you.
Yeah, I think that they have balanced scoring from the 2 games I've watched. They have some kids, I think 4 kids that are in double figures, and so we've got to keep those guys at bay. And ideally, they have a shooter I think her last name's Galatlan, but she's a lefty and she's a sniper, and we can't let her get good shots. So their threes, they can hit threes. Their offense is pretty fluid. From what I've seen, they don't like pressure, and so that's why our press has to be so intact. On Saturday, I believe that is Friday or Saturday. But they're balanced, right? They move the ball well, and so we're gonna have to play incredible team defense, and then we're gonna have to speed up the tempo because I don't think that they like a super fast pace.
Okay.
Awesome.
Anything else you wanted to say?
We will now continue with the post-game press conference with two of our student athletes, Marley and Mo.
Marlon, I'm going to start with you. First half, got some points, got some things going. I know it's still a tough first quarter, but tell me a little bit about your process out there today, and especially in that first half.
It definitely was just a team effort, and like the energy we had together really just helped me get going in that first half, and I feel like just that momentum helped me get those shots down.
What's it feel like to just have a few go down there in a row and just get things going, especially early?
Yeah, it definitely just was a little confidence, a little chip on my shoulder a little bit, and it definitely wanted me to get my teammates going too and just apply some pressure overall.
Okay. And how about you, Morgan?
Well, I think that Marley was hot in the first half, so I think as a team we did a good job of feeding her and allowing her to go to work. I knew we were struggling offensively, but Marley was our spark, so I think we did a good job of just playing team basketball and being unselfish and getting her shots when she's scoring.
Tell me about getting some wins here. This is it's the second straight back-to-back of wins, one on the road and now one at home. This is the first one at home. What's that feel like for this team in terms of just always looking for ways to show there's progress going on in this season?
I think it's important just to be consistent. We definitely have to stack some wins. We have a lot of games left, so this team definitely has a lot of potential. And we're going to make a name for ourselves, and we're going to just keep pushing every day and keep working in practice to reach our end goal. So.
Building off that, definitely just putting on for the community, like just seeing the stands here today, like that really helped us get going and like just feed into that and really just put our all into everything. And like being on home court advantage, like that was what got us going as well.
What did East Bay do, though? They seem to be hanging around a little bit. Get a little bit of adversity is always a good thing in terms of when you're eventually going to get a win. But what did East Bay do good, or ways they were, making a game of it for sure?
I'd say they just stayed hungry throughout the whole thing. They knew they were battling against a Division I program, and like they came to compete today, and like that's something I'll give them for today.
Okay. How about the second half? Kind of got off to a pretty good start there in the third quarter, and that eventually gave you everything you needed to get this win. Tell me about the importance of coming out of halftime, coming into that third quarter, because I know I've seen seeing games and everything else. Third quarter is so pivotal to just kind of how you're feeling. Even if you're ahead in the first half, just to come out really strong in the third quarter and kind of keep some momentum going or get some momentum. Tell me about the third quarter and kind of the approach that was talked about, maybe coming out for the third quarter.
We knew we needed to pick it up for sure. I mean, in the locker room, we knew that we needed this win and that we have all the talent to get the win. And we just needed to work harder together, pick up our defense. Our shots weren't falling, not that they were bad shots, but they just weren't falling. So we just had to keep our confidence up, keep our energy up, and keep shooting. And then they eventually fell in the second half. So.
Yeah, like you said, the third quarter is a clean slate overall, and like that's something we talked about during the halftime, and something we talked about right before we got on the floor was just possession by possession. Like we have to win the quarters, but most importantly, each possession matters.
Yeah. And you got some free throws down the road, down the stretch there. It's always important to get those. I don't care what anybody else says. I think free throws are very valuable. They're free points.
Exactly.
And they come up big sometimes. Again, the atmosphere today, kind of touched on it a little bit, but just the atmosphere of having the kids here and the community here. What do you want to say to the rest of the community? Come on out.
Just continue to show love and support. Like we love doing what we came here to do, and just with the support, like we just love putting on for Cal State Bakersfield.
Mm-hmm. Anything else that you thought about today as far as what the team did well? You look at stats and you see things, but just overall, this team, what kind of confidence do you think this team has getting ready for Eastern Washington?
Just stack on our energy. I think energy takes us a long way. I think that's the reason why we were able to come back in the second half. Our energy was down a little bit first half. We weren't hitting our shots. Second half, we came in, got a couple stops, and that takes our energy to a whole nother level. So against Eastern, we just have to do the same thing. Even if our shots aren't falling, we have to stay together, be unselfish, and that'll lead us to a win. So.
Most definitely.
Okay. Thank you. I'm good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
ladies.